Hi, this is Julian Valderrama. I'm the author of Blueprint for Immortality, the Quantum Code for Life Secrets to Success, and Life is a Game, the Quantum Code for Life's Principles for Success. The name of this riff is this: know the difference between all spirituality and quantum spirituality. Again, know the difference between all spirituality versus quantum spirituality. And listen to this carefully with the intent of grasping this fact. Quantum mechanics suggests that all potential realities exist simultaneously. Again, quantum mechanics suggests that all potential realities exist simultaneously. And via quantum superposition, life literally materializes in front of you. Quantum superposition says that all reality must exist for existence to be experienced. It allows for all perceived choice with all of its potentials and consequences. This is a massive secret because it suggests that your choice, whether through fear or faith, a whole story must spring from your thought about it. Faith is focusing on a desired image in your mind with this assured expectation. Fear is focusing on an undesired image in your mind with its assured expectation. Literally, the mechanics are the same, since it is your thought control that decides what is the most predominant vision. What you don't know or may not know is that quantum superposition says that the image must happen in your reality. Yes, a literal countdown begins to take place to bring you that imagined reality. The infinite intelligence program into the universe then goes into effect to fill in the gap of the story between where you are to where you are telling it you desire to be. So whether your thought is that of an unwanted experience or a true desire, it does not matter. This is because particle physics explains that nature hates vacuums of space. It strongly wants for space to be filled up with a similar pattern. It also hates disharmony and will force patterns to manifest. To illustrate, if you are driving and decide to leave enough space between your car and the car in front of you during traffic, life will naturally manifest a car moving into the vacuum you are leaving open. You may literally experience being cut off. Have you also noticed how most parking lots that are closest to the building are filled first? What happens as spaces open up? Nature will force power vacuums to be filled with a similar power. Positions of responsibility will be filled up promptly as the space is literally drawing in all energy necessary to fill the void left. This is because it is hard to remove inoxidable agents of mass imprinting an already programmed space. The previous space and energy is defined by the contextual field. Energy masses are stacked and imprint the literal space that it occupies with its signature. For example, many people who have suffered accidents and experienced loss of limbs will tell you that they will still feel their leg or arm even after being severed. Yes, the energy leaves an intangible imprint, and the space is left with the residual energy signature or effect. This may also explain why people who lose loved ones may at times feel the presence of loved ones in their immediate space after they have been long gone. Yes, space literally gets programmed with bodies of coded mass. It affects the surrounding space, either filling it with a stench or blessing it. Be careful, for your space will naturally become hypnotized with the natural vibration of that which you decide to fill your immediate space. What symbols and pictures are in your walls? What books fill your libraries? What movies are part of your collection? What kind of shrines or gadgets draw your attention on a daily basis? What has become the habit for which you decide to observe and flow mental particle flow? What has become the habit for which you decide to observe and flow mental particle? This is why your televisions and cellular phones are designed to bombard you with tuning frequencies. Your cells, like tuning forks, feeds efficiently from the energy you give it by your mental focus. Your environment serves as a tuning fork, and you cannot help but to be programmed by it. This is why it is so important to choose one and only one mental focus for what you desire to experience. The mechanics of quantum superposition tells you that you must surrender your desire to know how it can happen. This is because the void between the now you and your future vision you is filled by the energy best suited. You could never outcompute the living library of infinite intelligence. Another way of saying this is, you can never know the unfathomable mind of God, nor would you be able to tell God what is the best way for you to get your vision. It would be ludicrous to think that you could tell God what is the shortest route. Yes, so the difference between the old spirituality and the new spirituality is accepting the fact that you already qualify for your highest vision of self because God already qualified you. Let me say that again, it's worth repeating. Yes, the difference between the old spirituality and the new spirituality, or quantum spirituality, is accepting the fact that you already qualify for your highest vision of self because God already qualified you. It is your divine right to receive that which you desire. This is because God will remove scummy dross and refine you to match the frequency of your ultimate self-image. It is the alchemy of the universe, and God will remove inexorable agents that are preventing you from changing. God or life will broadcast energy into your being via new knowledge, using time to modify your thinking until you finally change. Yes, via your consistent broadcasts, life will feed you a loop of new energy and experience necessary to change the broadcast of your being. Your space will naturally be programmed with your new thinking. This is why change seems painful. It is because as you focus on your final vision, everything else that does not match within your space of experience is removed. You will lose jobs, friends, and family. This is because these outside influences no longer match what you are becoming. Nature hates this harmony within the confines of a defined space. It will shift everything around you until your space matches your 24 hours, 7 days a week vibration. This is why the rich get richer and the poor become poor. If $1 trillion were to be printed, and it is every day, and given to the poor, it would only be a matter of time before those funds are transferred to those who are wealth conscious. And that is whether you perceive them to be good or bad. Then the chasm becomes larger, and those who continue to think that life is unfair and that they are only victims will more heavily imprint their slavery into their being. It is not a money problem. It is a quantum physics problem. This is why the cause of the altruist is a never-ending process. Is that why Jesus was quoted as saying, quote unquote, "You will always have the poor with you"? It is time to work within the confines of universal rules as defined by nature. It is not hard. You just have to be willing to read a little every day and apply yourself to accurate knowledge. We can change the world collectively, but it starts with factual observations. It starts with you deciding to change. It starts with you accepting the fact that you need to become the change you desire to see. When enough individuals around the world rise from the despondent frequencies of chaos, fear, and victimhood, then that energy, like a tuning fork, can naturally change the broadcast of the majority. It is law. In my books, I teach you how to use your mind to quantify, quote unquote, the best thing you can do better than most. It is fact that you come into this world with certain parameters that can most easily help you achieve your greatest vision of self. Some have called these concepts your soul purpose or soul desire. Some call it your dharma. These parameters define clearly what you are here to do and why. It is your path of less resistance without having to feel like you owe your life to save the world. It is your heart's gifts, contributions that will make the most impact. Not what others think you should follow. They could never know. Only you can know. The new awareness of who we are is telling you this is true. If you don't consider it, I will guarantee the following. You will be lost in secular dogma as the world and the waves of the sea toss you about because you don't know who you are. And you will be lost in religious dogma and the myriad of subjective interpretations of all manuscripts. You will drown in confusion and frustration as you are forced to perceive that the world is against you. You will be lost from job to job, career to career, guru to guru, expert to expert, wondering who will be the one to save you. And even if you achieve what society considers success, don't you know that your happiness does not result from the things you possess? Okay, this is the end of this riff. I highly suggest, if you have not already done so, to support this channel by buying this book that is being read to you. Life is a Game, The Quantum Code for Life's Principles for Success, and my previous volume, Blueprint for Immortality, The Quantum Code for Life's Secrets to Success. Also, go ahead and put a like on this video if you feel it is valuable. Also, share this with loved ones, friends, and this will help raise awareness of this kind of life-changing knowledge. So consider that, because what you do for others, you do for yourself. What you fail to do for others, you also fail to do for yourself. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also go ahead and put a comment below if you feel you have any questions, comments, or observations. I certainly love to read that from you. Let me know, what did you like best and what you got out of it, of what you heard today. And don't forget, life is a game, and this is the quantum code for life's principles for success.